Hey, welcome to Guidance Through Gaia. Today's topic is going to cover who wants to apologize to you. Now, this would be best as a pick a card reading, which I'm hoping to kind of get into later on down the road, but I'm just getting my sea legs. So I felt most comfortable just sticking to one person archetype. And I just asked as I was drawing these cards that these symbols and descriptions be as cohesive an identifier for a demographic of people that best fit the collective that was being provided for. I don't know if that sentence made sense, but we're going to go with it. That being said, of course, there are going to be some differences in how this may relate to you. Whatever applies to you, certainly take with you. Whatever doesn't, just leave behind. I would highly recommend not making any major life decisions based off of this reading. As another YouTube tarot reader put it in one of their videos, this information should be confirmation for you. This really shouldn't be anything new, out of the blue, unexpected. This should be something that, just kind of confirms something that you've already sensed or that you know about. And everybody reads cards a little bit differently, and everybody kind of interprets their spirituality differently. So I wholly encourage you to not just take my interpretations, but if you kind of feel guided towards another interpretation, feeling that this still applies to you in some way, go for it. So what I've done is I have pre-shuffled some oracle cards, and with these oracle cards, these are going to be identifiers of who your person is. So hopefully that will help you figure out if there's someone in your life that's like this. Then I have my tarot deck, which is like the Disney villains. Ooh, camera's over here. Disney villains tarot deck. I did not pre-shuffle these because with the oracle cards, I guess, it's easier for me to pre-shuffle them to kind of figure out how they connect to each other, and I go through the books and read the intended meanings and try to dissect if there's anything else that I feel applies to it. But with the tarot cards, I feel more comfortable just kind of drawing them on screen and seeing how they may apply to the situation. And then these oracle cards are going to be what the universe has for advice for you, or God, or your angels, or spirit, however you like to perceive a higher entity or consciousness. So, right away, we have the snake. Oh, I am so bad with camera angles. We have the snake, and we have the frog. I only intended, to pull one, but both of them came out. Then we have fire. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't get this. We have two of these cards as well. The first one is talking. The second one is cassette, and actually that one was in reverse, and I'm going to keep it in reverse. And then for our final identifier, we have Virgo. So, right away, I do feel that this is somebody that you are currently in connection with. When I was designing this, I considered the possibility that maybe this is somebody from your past who was living but you had lost contact with, or somebody who had passed away maybe and regrets not being able to reconcile something with you. But with this talking card, it says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email. It says hoovering. I feel like it's supposed to say hovering, though, unless hoovering has another meaning beyond, like, the vacuum cleaner. So I do feel that this is somebody that you are in contact with. It could be technologically, it could be through phone, it could be through Facebook or other social media, it could be through email, what have you. But I mean, it's not limited to that. It could be somebody that you work with. It could be somebody that, you physically come into contact with. But I do feel very strongly that this is somebody who you are currently talking to. Now, with these animal cards as identifiers, I think it's really interesting that they are identified as both the snake and the frog, for several reasons. For one, the snake, snakes are predators. And yet frogs are prey, typically. I mean, unless you're like a fly. And snakes can sometimes eat frogs. And so one of the things that I feel this says about the person who wants to apologize to you is that maybe they know that they've done something that wasn't right by you, that was kind of sneaky, kind of snaky, but that they may also not see it as something terribly serious. When we think about snakes, we think about people who manipulate for their own benefit. And then you've got a frog, and I think of a frog as somebody who just kind of jumps. Like, you cannot pin this person down. Maybe they're just kind of in and out of your life. I feel like that might be more so their personality, where maybe they do things, but then, whether those things negatively impact you or not, they're just the type of person who does things and may kind of just dance around the reasons for it. They may not always be somebody who acknowledges why they do certain things, even if they know that that's upset somebody. And when I think of this person, I think of somebody who comes in and comes in to apologize and bats their eyelashes and goes like, please don't be mad at me. And both of these cards also talk about change. Snakes shed their skin, and frogs go from tadpoles to frogs. And so perhaps this person is somebody who has kind of changed their role in your life. Maybe they were really close to you and now they're not so close to you, or maybe vice versa. Or maybe it's somebody who has themselves changed in a way. Whether it be in a negative way, a positive way, I feel that change is important in this somehow. Now with this fire card over here, it says passion burns bright today. Now is the time to set into action your plans. Things are magically manifesting in your life. So with fire, I mean, we could take that as a sign that this person you're dealing with is a fire sign or has significant fireplaces, but not necessarily. What this really demonstrates to me is that this is a person that maybe they are somebody who's extremely passionate, but I get this feeling that they are somebody that you kind of are creatively connected with. This could be a lover, and really any relationship role is possible, but what I'm getting most is that this might be like a friend that you have plans with, or a colleague who you may be involved in a creative project with, or a work project with, and so you have to be kind of part of a team, because it's like when I think of fire, I think of wands, and wands about passion and creativity. And furthermore, there's this Virgo card that says digest. Now, it could mean that they're Virgo. I say that not necessarily I don't know. Like, if they aren't a fire sign, if they aren't a Virgo or anything like that, born in the year of the snake, 1989. Holy crap, this is talking about me. No, because I'm a Virgo born in the year of the earth snake. That doesn't, if they're none of that, that's fine. That doesn't signify anything. But sometimes, like, when I am thinking of a particular person, sometimes comments about star sign placements or lunar calendar placements are just like extra confirmation for me. Being Virgo could signify a couple of things. Maybe they exhibit some Virgo tendencies. Virgos can be very much caretakers, can also be very nitpicky. We may struggle to kind of express our emotions, but we feel things very deeply on the inside. Be very overly critical sometimes. Perfectionists. So the person that wants to apologize to you may just have some of those tendencies if they're not a Virgo placement or have any Virgos in their chart, like Virgo in their charts that are significant. This card also talks about digestion, because Virgo rules the digestive system and the nervous system. So maybe this person has like anxiety, or maybe they have digestive problems like IBS, or gluten allergies, or are lactose intolerant. And this card specifically talks about work and someone that you are, what's the word? I know that's not really the song, but collaborating with. So that to me is just kind of further confirmation that this is somebody that you probably are working on a project with, maybe just work with as kind of like in your place of employment, or maybe someone that you have plans with. And this card talks about making sure that we are sowing the seeds so that we can reap the next harvest, instead of just reaping everything and being careless and putting anything back into the earth. And so this may be somebody that you feel is kind of neglecting you or neglecting a project, isn't contributing in some way, and is just kind of focused on a reward, or focused on fun without any of the work, or not being considerate of you. And then this cassette and reverse card. So upright it says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And with it being in reverse, to me that signifies this is somebody who is likely kind of skirting around the issue. Maybe they are not addressing whatever it is that's causing a rift between the two of you. Someone who's kind of dancing around the subject, someone who hops from topic to topic to topic. And so therefore is not communicating what is needed, because sometimes people just don't want to like revisit the past and everything, and they just want to move on, or they don't think it's that big of a deal. So I definitely think this person is someone that overall you are in communication with, you have a present connection with, that you collaborate with in some way, whether it's a project or plans, and someone who is just being immature and kind of like, they do understand that they're being irresponsible, but they're also not taking accountability for it, just kind of brushing it off and pretending like it's not a big deal. Okay, so that being said, if that sounds like you and someone, well, not you, but if that sounds like someone that you know, then we're going to go ahead and see what the tarot has to say about maybe more in depth as to how this person, what they feel they need to apologize for. You know, what they feel they have done that is something that has caused disharmony between you two. And I picked out the Villain's Tarot deck just because I felt it would be fitting. There are certain times for myself that I have like 5 decks now. It's becoming a problem, but it's not a problem at all. And, oh, excuse me. Sometimes I just use a deck that I feel particularly fond of in that moment, but then sometimes a certain deck feels right for a certain reason. And so since we're talking about somebody who wants to apologize to you, therefore has potentially done wrong by you, I felt it was appropriate to use the Disney Villains Tarot deck. So, universe, what does the person who has committed a wrong, can I be more eloquent tonight? What does this person want to apologize for? What do they feel that they have done wrong? What do they feel they have done wrong? What do they feel that they have done wrong? All I can think of is Elijah Wood in The Lord of the Rings is Frodo. That meme. Alright, keep your secrets then. Okay, what do they felt that they have done wrong? Oh, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow! Ooh, we've got, the Empress in reverse. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, what do they feel that they have done wrong? What do they feel they have done wrong? You know, there was another card that was flipped over. Oh, sorry. It's to me lied. It was the Eight of Coins in reverse. No king, la 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 la. I will be a king, you fools. Alright. Just one more. Okay. I'm going to set that one. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting to do that. So it is the 10 of Wands in reverse. So So, this definitely is kind of coming across as like a project. Definitely. So the Empress in reverse, like normally the Empress is someone who is very nurturing, very attentive. In reverse, she's someone who can be really overbearing, and smothering. And wanting to hold on to something too tightly. And then you got the Eight of Coins in reverse. Now when you've got the Seven of Coins upright, like you're harvesting. Not harvesting, excuse me, you're planting. The Eight of Coins upright would be about like watching your labor come to fruition, and the Nine of Coins upright would be about the harvesting. And so the Eight of Coins in reverse, seems like somebody who's not paying attention to the details. Somebody who, and with the Ten of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands is like exhaustion after accomplishment. After the big struggle. This lady, I mean, of course, it's a villain's deck, so of course they're all going to seem sneaky. To me, that signifies somebody who has not put in the work, but is still trying to make off with the reward. And this person is aware of that. So this could be like someone that you made plans with, but you're kind of having to do, like, construct the entire itinerary, and you're having to fund the entire project, or maybe you're like trying to figure out like what you want to do or how you're going to do it with them, and they're just kind of blowing it off like later you figure it out. And so they're just kind of like being really frivolous and flighty, not having to put forth any of the effort, or it could be, like I said, a project. Maybe they want to take credit for everything. Maybe they feel like they are kind of like the project leader or the team leader, and yet they're not contributing to anything, and they're not putting in the work that that they should be contributing. And I don't always do like back of the deck energy, but I noticed that we had the King of Coins upright, and to me that signifies like, yes, this person definitely wants to feel prestigious and feel accomplished, but they're not doing anything to be accomplished, to contribute to the success of whatever this is. So while I was shuffling, I got an idea. I want to see why they are not apologizing for this. Oh, we got the Hermit in reverse. Bowler hat guy. I don't know. Do I want to take this? Do I want to take take this? No. I love Bowler Hat Guy. Like, one of my favorite movies is Meet the Robinsons. Like, it's just, if you haven't seen it and you're down for watching an animated film, it is so touching. Oh, after I got little arms and a big head, I don't think this was thought out very well. Okay. Why aren't they coming forward with an apology? Universe is like, Amber, I gave you a crap ton of cards. I said what I said. Oh my god. Why aren't they coming forward with it? Okay, fine. The Ten of Swords. And we're gonna go with, the Ten of Swords upright, and the Two of Cups in reverse. I see this as just like really stubborn energy. You know, someone who's a hermit. Hey Virgo, double confirmation. On behalf of all Virgos, I apologize if this person is a Virgo. Because, you know, kind of sounds a little bit like a Virgo. But the Hermit is representative of Virgo when it's about somebody who kind of like retreats into themselves and does some thinking to kind of do some improvement. In reverse, it can mean, you know, in a positive reading, that it's time to kind of, like, we've learned what we're supposed to and enter back out into the world and utilize the knowledge that we have accrued. But in a reading like this, to me, that just signifies like a lack of I don't want to say emotional intelligence, because they do have emotional intelligence, that they know they're not putting in the work. They know that they're not paying attention to the results, that they're just kind of dilly-dallying. But it's someone, I think, who hasn't overcome their ego. Who really, even though they want to apologize, because that's the basis for this reading, they don't want to take the steps towards apologizing because they're not good at self-improvement. They're stuck in their ways. They are who they are, and they don't have the resources, because they haven't developed them, to improve themselves. And with this Ten of Swords, I mean, they're just very, very guarded. And this Two of Cups in reverse, like, they don't want things to get emotional. They don't want to confront this issue. They just want to keep sliding by. They want everything to be kosher without them having to do anything. And wow. It's unfortunate. It's a very, very immature energy. of just kind of like, yeah, I know that I could do better, but I'm not going to. So, I hope that at some point this person steps up and makes the right decision to come forward and acknowledge what is happening. And everybody's different, so there are certainly some people this reading could be about who will. But overall, I don't entirely think that this person is going to take that step forward of their own accord. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get into advice for you. Now we have last quarter moon in Cancer, which is take a breather. We have smoky quartz, let it go. We have 4 mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. And we have number 40, rest your mind. So the energy I'm getting is that you currently may be extremely frustrated and you just want to like pop off. You may be holding it back because you don't want to disrupt the harmony of whatever is going on here, whether it's a project or a plan. And to a certain degree, the universe is encouraging that. You've got take a breather, let it go, and rest your mind. And so the universe is definitely encouraging you to take a step back. And with take a breather, I think it was take a breather. Maybe it was the let it go. No, it was the take a breather. Take a breather, the book was talking about, stepping back and really reviewing the situation at hand. And first of all, tempering your emotions. And second of all, figuring out, like, do you still even want this? Like, is this something that you are, like, if this is a trip, or if this is just like a friendship, or whatever, is this an opportunity that you actually still want? Sometimes we can cling on to things because we have these ideas about them, but then we find out that we've just been kind of holding on and that they really have no value to us anymore. If it is something that you still want, the book was also talking about how something may not be working. People may be becoming sensitive because of like insecurities. There may be a lack of confidence, and perhaps you don't feel confident to approach this person. Or there may be too many people who are kind of fighting for their voice to be heard, too many ideas, and not enough collaboration. So with take a breather, rest your mind. What the universe is really encouraging is to mentally step back from the situation. Sometimes we get caught up in our own feelings and we can like develop this tunnel vision and just keep fueling the fire of anger or frustration or resentment. And sometimes if we take a step back, if we do something like, I consider almost anything meditation, something that, really helps to calm you down. That could be taking a warm bubble bath. That could be going for a jog outside. That could be listening to music, cleaning your home, reading a book, something that just kind of allows that fire to dissipate so you can think more rationally. To me, let it go also signifies that, like, whatever resentment or frustration or anger you may have towards this person regarding the situation, let it go because it does not serve you. Like, it's not for their benefit. It's not letting those feelings go because, you should be nice to them. It's because those feelings can be very toxic. And to have anger or frustration or resentment, that can be an important experience because it allows us to understand when something does not align with our vision or our values or our expectations. But if we ruminate on it, then we are doing ourselves a disservice. This person is over here, like, acknowledging that they're behaving in a way that's inappropriate, but they're just kind of like la-di-da about it. I'm not going to confront it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Tell them what they want to hear, avoid the topic, everything's going to be good. So how does it serve you to continue to mull over this situation? It doesn't. This mirror, treat your body like the palace it is card. This to me signifies, like, taking a break to do something that you enjoy. Whether that's, like, you see she's out on this lake, walking like Jesus. No. Like, maybe go outdoors. She's got headphones on. She's listening to music. She's dancing. Do something that you find to be enjoying. Because when we do that, kind of in alignment with what I previously said, it can really open up the door for a new perspective. Whether that perspective is, like, I need to say something to this person, which I will say, this take a breather card, when you look in the book, it does talk about, like, confronting somebody, like, speak your truth. Or maybe it's, this thing, I really don't want this, or, whatever it is, just take time for yourself so that you, can find a solution that benefits you. A path that you feel is, in alignment with what you want. Like, because sometimes we have to work with people that we don't want to, and we kind of just have to grit our teeth and bear it. And if that's this situation, I feel like the universe is just telling you to kind of, like, take it in stride. Either way, definitely stand up for yourself. And if this is a situation where you don't necessarily have to interact with this person, if it's not obligatory, but it's by choice, whatever this project is, or this event, maybe the alternative is you do it on your own, or you find something else to do. Because if someone's not going to take responsibility for their actions, if they're just kind of leeching off of you, it's not healthy to stay in that situation, especially not passively. So this is a situation where it's going to require you to do some thinking. It's going to require you to kind of calm your emotions so that you can approach a conversation or a resolution or a decision with a clear head. and stand firm, set your boundaries, without losing control. And resting your mind, you know, just trusting that things are going to work out. This person, whoever this person is, it's going to be, any of this is really your decision. But if this is somebody who is like an option in your life, whether it's like, you know, it's a friend or an acquaintance, that you have the ability to decide if they are or are not in your life, or if it's like a project partner or a work partner, that you have the option if you want to work with them again or not. That is 100% up to you. This is just their current energy right now. So, I mean, if they were approached about their behaviors, that might be a catalyst for change in them. But maybe not. And so, really at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you if you want to keep that connection or not. But definitely just let go of resentment, negative feelings. Review the situation at hand and stand up for yourself. Whether that means... Hey. Whether that means telling them, like, no, you need to start putting an effort for this. Or, you know what, this isn't working out. I think we should go separate ways. Or whether it's, you know, if it's like a work project or a community project or some, like a creative project, and if they just aren't willing to accept responsibility, if there's somebody who is above you guys, definitely go and talk to them about it. Because the worst thing, I think, in this situation or a situation like this that we can do is to just kind of hold back from speaking our truth and hold back from taking initiatives, whether it's because, you know, we just don't want to rock the boat, or whether we don't think it's going to amount to anything, and because all that does is we just, like, block that resentment inside of ourselves, and it festers and it festers, and it really sours the entire experience. And whatever this experience is, like, it's something that you should feel proud of. It's something that you should be able to enjoy, and you should feel respected and valued in it. And this person, because of their behavior, is really taking advantage of you and anybody else who may be involved in it. And that is something that should be acknowledged and should be corrected. So I'm going to leave you there with this. I hope I hope this reading has offered some kind of insight into your situation. Please let me know if it resonated with you. And I hope to see you again next time.